nature of quadratic expression, this type of expression is given, you have to find out whether this is positive quantity or negative quantity. So from this expression I am taking 3 common first of all. So each term you have to divide by 3, that's why 4 by 3 has come here, this has become 1. Now a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square formula, plus or minus b whole square formula, a square plus b square plus or minus 2ab. So these 3 terms you have to get. 2 square terms and 1 product term you have to get. Here is 4 by 3, that I have written as 2 into 2 by 3 into x. Now it's like a square 2ab plus b square. If this is 2, this is a, this is b, d square we need. And that square is 4 by 9 is here. And to balance it I am subtracting 4 by 9 here. Plus 1 was there, I have written. Now these and these together is x minus 2 by 3 whole square. And this part if you take LCM, 9 minus 4 is 5, so 5 by 9 is here. Now see, this part, square quantity is always positive and minimum value will be 0. If x is 2 by 3, 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 will be 0. So this part, if it is not 0, then always it is positive quantity, plus 5 by 9. So it has become this plus this means always it is positive quantity. Multiplying by 3, any positive quantity multiplying by 3 means it will remain positive. So this value is coming positive. So the value of this is always positive quantity. So this way you have to check whether positive or negative. Another example, 4x minus 3x square minus 2. I am taking minus 3 common here. Whatever is the coefficient of the square term, that you have to take common first of all. So by taking common you will get this. Now see this one and this one, same type, same way, 4 by 9 adding and subtracting, and these 3 terms is giving you x minus 2 by 3 whole square. Same way, this is minimum value is 0 and plus 2 by 9 is there, but here it is minus 3. Negative into positive quantity is becoming negative, so whole value is coming negative. So value of this expression is coming always negative quantity. Another example, this one, 3 common. Now 4x is 2 into 2 into x, 2 square is 4, adding and subtracting 17 by 3 as it is. These 3 terms is giving you x minus 2 whole square, and if you take LCM here, you get 3 into 4 is 12. So 17 minus 12 is 5, so 5 by 3 is coming here. So once again, this thing, minimum value is 0. 0 plus 5 by 3 is positive quantity, into 3 is positive quantity. So value of this is coming positive quantity. So value of the given expression will be minimum when x minus 2 is 0. This expression will be minimum if this is minimum. This is constant, fixed, this is fixed. So changing is this part only, and minimum value of this is 0. So when x minus 2 is 0, corresponding x value is coming 2. So this expression's minimum value will occur when x value is 2, that is x is equal to 2, and the minimum value, now replace x is equal to 2 here, this coming 0, so you are getting 3 into 5 by 3, 3 and 3 is cancelling only 5, so minimum value of this expression is coming 5. If the question is find the minimum value of the expression, so this is the method to find out. Same way, I will find out the maximum value of this expression. For this expression, first of all minus common. 25x square is here, that is 5x whole square. This is a perfect square term, so I didn't take 25 common here because it is a perfect square. So that I have written as 5x whole square. And this 20x I have written as 2 into 5x because this is 5x. 2 into a into b. Check this is 20x or not. This is 20x. 2 into 5 into 2 is 20. And this is your b, square of that is 4. Adding and subtracting to balance it. Minus 3 as it is. Then this and this is giving you 5x plus 2 whole square and minus 7. This minus you multiply, now it is coming 7 minus this. This is a positive quantity. Minimum value is 0. Therefore the value of the given expression will be maximum when this is 0. And that 0 will give you x is equal to minus 2 by 5. And if you replace x equal to minus 2 by 5, this part is coming 0 and minimum value is coming 7. So the maximum value of this expression is coming 7. That is answer. So this is the method to check and to find out whether the expression is maximum or minimum. Next is inequalities. This type of expression is given x is real number. You have to find out the range of x, where x should lie so that this expression's value is coming less or equal to 1 by 3. X is real number, not complex number. So first of all, I have cross multiplied 3 into this and this into 1. That's what I have written here. Order is remaining same. Less or equal to, here also less or equal to. Now bringing these two terms in the left side, 3x square, this is coming this side, minus x square. So 3x square minus x square is 2x square. 3x as it is. 2 is coming this side, 3 minus 2 is 1. So I am getting 2x square plus 3x plus 1 less or equal to 0. These two I am dividing throughout. So x square plus 3 by 2x plus half less or equal to 0. Now here it is 3 by 2, x square plus 3 by 2 into x plus half less or equal to 0. This is given. I need 2ab term. To get whole square, I need 2ab term. This is your 2ab term. What is your a and what is your b, that you have to make out. So this I am writing as x square plus 2 is not there, so multiplying and dividing. 2 is not there, so to get 2ab term, multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2. If we divide by 2, this will become 4. So this is coming 3 by 4 into x. Square of this you have to add, that is 9 by 16. Half was there, and to balance it, 9 by 16 adding and subtracting. That's what I have done there. It was less or equal to 0. Now this minus 9 by 16 I am taking in the right side. So I have taken in the right side, half is coming to right side, is becoming minus half, and 9 by 16 adding on the both sides. Or from left side to right side I am bringing. This 3 is giving you x plus 3 by 4 whole square. And if we take LCM for this, we will get 9 minus 8, that is 1. So 1 by 16. So whenever that expression is x plus 3 by 4 whole square less or equal to 1 by 16, and 1 by 16 is 1 by 4 whole square. From that I have written mod of x plus 3 by 4, numerical value of this expression, mod means numerical value. Numerical value of this expression will be less or equal to 1 by 4. You remember one thing, when mod of x minus a less or equal to d, mod of x minus a less or equal to d means the numerical value of this x minus a will lie in between minus d and plus d. So this implies minus d, same order will remain here, x minus a less or equal to d. Modulus of any expression means that value will lie in between minus and plus of this quantity. So this means this one. If it is plus, it will be plus here. That thing I have written over there. So numerical value of this is lying, numerical value is less or equal to 1 by 4. By applying that one, by applying this now, this is minus 1 by 4 less or equal to, same order will remain here, less or equal to x plus 3 by 4 and less or equal to 1 by 4. This side minus d, this side plus d, like that. Now you have to remove this 3 by 4 from here. How to remove this one? Subtract 3 by 4 from everything. Here, here and here. If we subtract 3 by 4, this 3 by 4 and plus 3 by 4 will cancel. That's what I have done here. Minus 3 by 4 here, here also minus 3 by 4. Now simplify this part. 4 is LCM. You will get minus 1 minus 3, that means minus 4. Minus 4 by 4 is minus 1. And here you will get 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. Minus 2 by 4 is minus half. So x is lying in between minus 1 and minus half. This is the region where x would lie so that this inequality holds. So this way you have to check. Once again, this part don't forget. Modulus of x minus a less or equal to d means minus d less or equal to x plus a less or equal to d. I think we have done this one in class 10 also. In this question, I think the question is you have to show that the value of this is lying in between 1/3 and 3. Question is prove that the value of this lies in between 1/3 and 3. This value I have assumed as y, and in question is giving x is a real number. Cross multiply this into y, I have written here, this part as it is here. Now these three terms I am taking in the left side. This and this x square common, you will get y minus 1. This and this x will come this side plus x, so y x common from these two, you will get y plus 1. This 1 is coming this side, you will get y minus 1. So I am getting x square into y minus 1 plus x into y plus 1 plus y minus 1 equal to 0. This is quadratic equation of x. In question it is giving x is real number. What is the condition for roots are real? Condition is the discriminant has to be greater or equal to 0. Discriminant has to be greater or equal to 0. So I have written d greater or equal to 0. What is d? D is b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4 into a into c. That's what I have written here. B square minus 4ac greater or equal to 0. Now expanding this a plus b whole square formula I have written here, opening the bracket here, I have got this one. Simplifying, getting this. Now the previous method, divide by minus 3. I am dividing everything by minus 3. So it is becoming y square, this plus is becoming minus, 10 by 3 into y, minus is becoming plus, 3 by 3 is 1. Now as we are dividing by negative quantity, order will change. Greater or equal to is becoming less or equal to. We have already done in class 10 inequalities. As we are dividing by negative quantity, order will change. Greater or equal to will be less or equal to. Now previous method, y square minus 10 I am writing as 2 into 5 and 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 here into y. Square of this 25 by 9, adding on both sides to balance it. And this one is coming to right side minus 1. These three terms is becoming y minus 5 by 3 whole square. Take LCM here, 25 minus 9 is 16, 16 by 9. Take square root on both sides, so numerical value of this. Actually, when we write x square is equal to 25, like in junior classes we have done, x square is equal to 25, how much? X. X is not 5, it can be plus, can be minus 5. Possibilities are can be 5, can be minus 5. So this thing, numerical value, that's what I am writing here, numerical value, modulus, numerical value of this will be less or equal to 4 by 3. Now apply that method now here, minus 4 by 3, this value is here and this is 4 by 3. We have to eliminate this 5 by 3 from here, so add 5 by 3 everywhere. Adding 5 by 3 here, adding 5 by 3 here, if we add here, minus 5 by 3 and plus 5 by 3 will cancel, only y will remain here. Simplify this, you will get 1 by 3. Simplify this, you will get 3. So y is lying in between in between 1/3 and 3. That's what was asked. Y means this thing. So this value is lying in between 1/3 and 3. So this is the method to solve this type of problem. Next is this one. You have to find out the range of x, where x should lie. X minus 2 over x minus 4 greater or equal to 0. Now previous method if we apply, this into 0 will become 0. So you will think x minus 2 greater or equal to 0. It is not that. We don't know whether x minus 4 is positive quantity or negative quantity. If it is positive quantity, it will remain, order will remain same. But if it is negative quantity, order will change. So greater or equal to will become less or equal to in that case. As we don't know whether this is positive quantity or negative quantity, so up down I am multiplying by same quantity x minus 4. X minus 4 here, x minus 4 into x minus 4, that is whole square. Hope you all understood. Up and down multiplying by x minus 4 to get square, and square quantity is always positive quantity. Now if we cross multiply, so this into this is 0. So this into this is becoming greater or equal to 0. Open the bracket, you will get x square minus 6x plus 8. 6x I have written as 2 into 3 into x. So square of this you have to add. 3 square is 9. Adding this side as well as this side. 8 is coming to this side minus 8. this and this is giving you x minus 3 whole square. 9 minus 8 is 1. So modulus of x minus 3 greater or equal to 1. Minus 1 here is plus 1. X minus 3 is in the middle. Remove minus 3 from here. What you have to do? You have to add 3. Adding 3 here, adding 3 here, it is cancelling. Adding 3 here. So this is giving 2, this is giving 4. So x is lying in between 2 and 4. But in question it is giving x not equal to 4. So it cannot be equal to, so only that's why greater than 4. In question it is giving x. See, if x is 4, it will be 4 minus 4. That is 0. Something by 0 is undefined quantity. To be defined, x should not be equal to 4. That's why equal to sign you cannot accept here. So only greater than 4. So x is lying in between 2 and 4. Now see the difference between the previous one and this one. In the previous one side was 0. Here both side fraction, this and this. So obviously x cannot be 3, x cannot be minus 2. That's what is given. X cannot be minus 2, x cannot be 3. I am taking this one this side, so minus. Taking LCM. I have taken LCM, this into this, minus this into this. I have written here. Now this value. If we open the bracket, you will get x square minus x minus 6, and these brackets also you open, you will get this and this. 2x square and 2x square is cancelling. Now this denominator x minus 3 x plus 2, and up I have got, by simplifying this, 6x minus 4x 2x, or 4x is here. So 6x minus 3. Check it. This is plus x minus x is cancelling, so 6x is remaining, and minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3, so 6x minus 3. Now up down I am multiplying this same factor like previous one. We don't know whether positive or negative, so x minus 3 and x plus 2 up down multiplying. This is x minus 3 into x plus 2. This is x minus 3, this is x plus 2. So I am getting how much? If you open, you will get same expression only, x square minus x minus 6. That means it is coming whole square. This into this is coming whole square. X square minus x minus 6. This product is actually this. So that is also x square minus x minus 6. So I am getting x square minus x minus 6 whole square. And whole square is always positive quantity. Minimum value is 0. Greater or equal to 0. So this denominator is coming positive now. This into whole thing. That means this whole square, that is a positive quantity. So positive quantity I am multiplying now, so that into 0 is becoming 0. Only numerator is staying here. Like previous one, this into this, less or equal to 0. You can take 3 common from here. So that 3 I am dividing by positive quantity 3. Order will remain same, less or equal to will remain less or equal to only. So this is becoming 2x minus 1. X minus 3, x plus 2 less or equal to 0. This 0 will give you x is equal to half. This 0 will give you x equal to 3. This 0 will give you x equal to minus 2. Now somebody asked me once, why these are 0? Suppose x minus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. If this is not 0, this is not 0, product can be 0? No chance. To be 0, either this has to be 0 or this has to be 0, or both 0. These are the possibilities. When the product of two quantities is 0, at least one of them has to be 0. So either this 0 or this 0, or can be both 0. 0 into 0 will also give you 0. 0 into 5 or 5 into 0 or 0 into 0. These are the possibilities. Just for example, I have taken 5. So at least one of them has to be 0. So these three products less or equal to 0. So to be 0, x has to be half here, x has to be 3 here, x has to be minus 2 here. So this is real line. I am marking the position. X equal to, suppose half is here, 3 is more than that, x equal to 3 here, and minus 2 is less than this, so minus 2 I have marked here. This is real line, this is infinity, this is minus infinity. This is one interval, minus infinity to minus 2. This is another interval, minus 2 to half. This is another interval, half to 3, and this is 3 to infinity. Now in this interval, minus infinity to minus 2, you assume any simple value, suppose minus 3. In this interval, suppose x is equal to minus 3. Replace everywhere x equal to minus 3 and check whether it is satisfying this inequation or not. If x is equal to minus 3, this will become minus 6 minus 1 minus 7. This is coming negative. This is also coming negative. This is also coming negative. So negative into negative is negative. Less than 0 is satisfying. So minus infinity to minus 2, the inequation is satisfied. In between minus 2 and half, let us consider 0. If we consider 0, how much you get? Minus 1 into minus 3 into 2 is coming positive, is not satisfied. Positive quantity greater or equal to 0 it is becoming. So any value in between is not satisfying this inequation. Now next interval, half to 3, suppose 1. If we replace x by 1, this is coming positive, this is negative, this is positive. So total product is coming negative, satisfying. So in between half and 3 it is satisfied. In between 3 and infinity, suppose 4, replace by 4, this is positive, this is positive, this is positive, not satisfied. So here it is not satisfied. So where x should lie? X should lie in this region, that is minus infinity to minus 2, and in this region, that is half to 3. So in between half, x cannot be 3, that's why only less than 3. X is in between less or equal to half, but less than 3 in this region. X cannot be minus 2 also, that's why less. And infinity you cannot assume. So this way you have to solve this type of inequation. But is not mentioned in the syllabus, in the revised syllabus. They may not ask that type of question. But I have taught in case if they ask. Now another thing is there. The idea of the graph of this type of expression. And graph we have done in class 9-10, but this is little bit different type of graph. Quadratic expressions graph we have to plot here. You remember one thing, this type of quadratic expression always will represent a parabola. What is parabola? You don't know. Circle is like this, circular. This is circle. Parabola is like this. Only one side. That whole thing is ellipse. Parabola is either one side, this one side only. Either this type, can be this type, can be this type, can be this type, can be this type also. So one part only, that is parabola. When it is this, that will become ellipse. So in this case, every quadratic expression of that type will represent a parabola like this. So figures would come like this. But which direction that you have to plot, then only you will come to know. Now see, I have made a table here. X and y, the way you have done in class 9-10, same way. Assuming some simple value for x and corresponding y value I am finding. I have taken x as 0. If we replace x by 0, you get minus 3. So corresponding y value is minus 3. When x equal to 1, 1 plus 2, 3 minus 3 is 0. So y is coming 0. Same way for 2, 3, 4 corresponding values. And then I have taken minus values also. I have got the corresponding values of y. And you know how to plot the values. This is y axis, this is x axis. I have taken this length as you can do that one in graph paper also, or like this paper also, freehand you can do, no problem. This you don't have to do accurately, just plotting, roughly plotting, that much only they will see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way, 1 centimeter. If you do in the graph paper, 1 centimeter you will take as 1 unit. Similarly, -1, -2, -3, -4, this way it will go on. This is positive y, this is negative y. Now whatever points you got, just plot it and freehand you join. So my figure has come like this. So this is a parabola. Where this graph is cutting x-axis, here and here, these are the roots of that quadratic expression. Wherever y is 0, that is the root. This x value is 1, x value is -3. The roots are x equal to 1 and x equal to -3. And how to find out the minimum value? Y is the minimum value. Y is lowest here. In the graph, from the graph it is clear that y minimum value is here. How much? -4. So minimum value of the function is -4 from the graph. You don't have to do in the previous way. From the graph only you can find out the minimum. Y is this. So y is decreasing. Here it is becoming minimum. Once again it is increasing. So minimum value of y is -4. That is the minimum value of the expression. So this way you have to draw the graph. This I have already solved some problems based on this. It is also there in the syllabus. Suppose this type of expression is given, you have to check whether this is positive quantity or negative quantity, or what type of values it will have, that you have to make out. Now this type of expression you can get as something whole square by taking common something whole square. Possibilities, it can be something whole square, it may not be. So you cannot, if you cannot express as something whole square, so you can factorize that. So these two possibilities are there. If it is possible to express as something into whole square form, then the sign of this expression is same as A. If A is positive, this expression will be positive. If A is negative, this expression will be negative. I have already solved one problem, positive, negative, I have shown there. So from this directly you can make out, if it is something whole square, the sign of this will be positive if A is positive, and this will be negative if A is negative. But if it is not possible to express as something whole square form, so suppose if we factorize, you will get x minus alpha into x minus beta. And if x lies in between alpha and beta, suppose the expression has come 5 into x minus 2 into x plus 3. This is like alpha, this is like beta. Forget about 5. This 0 gives x is equal to 2, this 0 gives x is equal to minus 3. Suppose this is minus 3 and this is 2. This is infinity, this is minus infinity. This is the interval you are getting. Now, in between alpha and beta means any value within this. If x lies in between alpha and beta, means within this region from here to here. If x lies between the roots alpha and beta, then the sign of this one is opposite to that of A. If the value of x is in between alpha and beta, the sign of this will be opposite of A. If A is positive, sign of this will be negative. If A is negative, sign of this will be positive. Whatever is sign of A, the expression's sign will be opposite to that one. If A is positive, expression will be negative. If A is negative, expression's value will be positive. But if x does not lie in between alpha and beta, like here, if x is either here or here, outside this region, if x lies outside alpha and beta, it's either here or here in that case. If x does not lie between alpha and beta, then the sign of this one is same as that of A. When x is outside alpha and beta, the expression's value, the sign of this will be same as A. If A is positive, this will be positive. If A is negative, this will be negative. Two possibilities we have done here. here x and alpha and beta are real numbers, but you may not get real number. Case 3, you may get complex roots. You know quadratic expression, you may have real root, you may not have real root. If it is complex root, imaginary root, next chapter will come complex number. So complex numbers are a plus ib form, and it will occur in conjugate. One is plus, one will be minus. So just see, if this is one complex root, this is another complex root. If it happens like this, roots are complex, in that case what will happen? If the roots are imaginary, that is, this expression can be expressed as this, then the sign of this is same as that of a. When the roots are complex number, imaginary number, then expression sign will be same as a. If a is positive, this will be positive. If a is negative, this will be negative. That's what, as conclusion, I have stated here. That's